On today's episode of i-Dentity, entrepreneur and health champion Mpumi Mbethe joins us for coffee and a chat. We head to Al Road in Johannesburg for a national youth conference. What's Happening features the review of a must-have cooking companion and a wellness website. And gospel newcomer Arnold Gelderbloem plays us out.
I am an individual with an imagination. My inner faith illuminates innovations. In a space with infinite inspiration, I was born free from all incarceration. Incredible, living infallibly, intelligent, outshine with my inner being. This is me, impeccable as ever been. I am you, you are me. This is my identity.
Molweni siyanamkela kwi-i-Dentity inkqubo ejongana neenkolo ezahlukeneyo ekunceda uba uqale iveki yakho ngentshiseko. Ndim umsasazi wenu uviwe Xwala. This past Thursday, the Muslim community celebrated al-Adha, also known as the Festival of Sacrifice. This is the commemoration of Prophet Ibrahim's obedience to the Almighty when he was commanded to sacrifice his son Ishmael. For his willingness to do so, the Almighty then provided a ram to be sacrificed instead. The day is celebrated by attending communal prayers and the slaughtering of an animal. The meat is then distributed to the poor. This day also coincides with the end of the annual Hajj pilgrimage to Mecca. Kusase kuninzi esiphathele kwana namhlanje. Wena nje hlala apha nathi kuMzansi for sure kule mizuzu engamashumi amathathu elandelayo. Ngokungamoshi ixesha, masidibane nondwendwe lwethu namhlanje. Former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan once said, young people should be at the forefront of global change and innovation. What better way to embark on a globe-changing mission than to start in one's own backyard? Well, this is exactly what the young woman joining me this morning is all about. Mpumi is the director of Siyabangena Seminars, an innovative initiative that aims to influence and educate Mzansians youth in areas of entrepreneurship and personal development. She's also the founder of The Best Me, an organization that seeks to inspire Africans to live healthy and fit lifestyles. I want to find out what drives this passion to empower those around her, and she's here to tell me all about it. Mpumi, welcome to i-Dentity.
Thank you so much for having me.
I want to find out about your upbringing. Tell me more about it.
Well, I'm originally from KZN and I'm currently living in Joburg. I'm so blessed. I was raised by both of my parents, very, very supportive parents, very loving, and they supported everything that I wanted to do. And also I could see how much they valued education. Both my parents are educators. So education is a very, very big part of my life, and having parents who constantly push that agenda of you need to educate yourself, you need to constantly better yourself. I was raised in environments that really, really aided my growth into being the woman that I am today.
So is that where your concept of spirituality comes from your parents?
I believe that my spirituality came when I actually moved out of home. And I realized that it doesn't matter if you're going to church, it doesn't matter if you have so many people around you telling you that there's a God out there. What matters is your wholeness. Do you feel at peace inside of you? Because you can have so many people around you and there's so much going on. We go through a lot as young people. There's so many challenges that we face. For example, my parents went through a divorce and that took me to a very bad place. And it didn't matter who told me what in that specific time. What mattered is that I need to find my peace, and my peace in that time was God, and it brought me closer to Him with all the other challenges that I was facing. So yes, I knew religion from back then. I was raised in a family that did go to church all the time. But as I grew into a woman, my spirituality came by when I felt that the peace that I needed in myself, I need to go for it and find it in the God that I know.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Isiyabangena Seminars iqale kanjani and what inspired it?
Wow, you know, when we look at today, how the youth of today is faced with so many issues, and the main one being unemployment. I mean, we know about that.
Sure.
It's a calling inside me that said, you know what, we are going through this challenge in our country, and we really, really need to build a generation of young people who will be the job creators. People who will actively search for their purpose and willing to make a living out of it and employ others to make a living out of it as well. So we want to build a generation of young people who do not depend on anybody else, but their own will, their own hard work, and pushing through those doors to make it happen and build job creation for our country.
You know, Sneh, which brings me to my next question. I mean, gone are the days when we just focus as young people on going to school, you know, getting good grades and getting that job just to get the money, you know. So how important is entrepreneurship, especially amongst young people abahlala la eMzansi?
Yes, before we even go into why it's important, you mentioned something very important, education, studying. Education is not only going to school, because we do have that challenge where so many of the young people in our country cannot afford to go to the varsities and so on. But education goes beyond the classroom. Education is finding out what is it that I like, what am I interested in, and going out there and reading about it and getting closer to it and speaking to people and constantly improving yourself. So education is very important, but in its different forms as well, not just in the classroom, right? But yes, it's very important for us to think as entrepreneurs, because we are in this space where, okay, a lot of people are not getting jobs. People are getting fired, they're getting retrenched. We cannot depend on anyone else anymore. It's done. We cannot also lie back and go, oh, I come from this background and this happened to me. But this and that. You know, that is over with. Yes, we still face the aftermath of that, but we have everything we need today to become the people that we need to be. And the first step is finding our purpose and going very hard for our dreams and educating ourselves on how to get there and making sure that we do whatever it takes to make it happen.
And speaking about dreams and purpose, you started The Best Me, you know, so tell me about that initiative. It sounds so exciting.
The Best Me is something that I started. It's an initiative that I started because I was going through my own personal journey. I think every woman has faced it, where you're not quite happy with how you look. Maybe you have you feel a little bit shy about your body. And I felt that I needed to start something that will empower people, not just women only, to empower people to love themselves and become the best that they can be. And a very big focus on this is health and fitness. We work out our bodies, we talk about our issues, and just, you know, revive ourselves, because really when you're doing well in your body, it will show. You know, you will stand up straight, you will exude that confidence, and basically that's what The Best Me is about. It's, you know, doing whatever it takes to bring out the best of you by taking care of yourself.
You know, when you're speaking about taking care of yourself, we are young people, and you know, we love social media. Now, especially when it comes to Instagram, you know, you get things on fleek, body on fleek, and all these things that are on fleek, right? But I mean, as a young person, you know, you get the pressure to look a certain way. What would you say to a young person who looks at other people and wants to emulate them because of the way that they look, and they think that's the standard of perfection without actually loving themselves? What would you say to a young person who's at home thinking that?
So what's important to understand as a young person today who's fed so many messages of this is how you should be, this is how you should look. Look into yourself and grow who you are, because there's absolutely no one like you. Find your own style, find your own purpose, your own sense, and you define yourself, how you dress, how you look. It doesn't matter what the world says. When you can shine in your own confidence, you will be the best.
What's the relationship between health and overall well-being and spirituality?
You know, it's all interconnected. Sometimes I like to look at it like this. Life is those three balls, right? And you have to keep juggling them. Because when one falls, you will be in a state of sadness or depression or unhappiness, right? It's very difficult to have balance, but it is possible.
Well, speaking about juggling games, you know, we've got a game at i-Dentity. Are you ready? Would you rather? So you must answer as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Okay, so would you rather be a tiny elephant or a giant rodent?
A tiny elephant, that's my favorite animal.
Okay, be able to travel to the past or to the future?
To the future.
Win R1 billion or never have to pay for anything?
Win $1 billion.
Have no teeth or no taste buds?
No teeth.
Okay. Perform CPR on a frog or have the frog perform CPR on you?
Oh, the frog, it's fine. I can do CPR on me.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu Sine for joining us on i-Dentity.
Thank you for having me.
Kuyasivuselela ukubona ulutsha olufana noSinenhlanhla Mkhize ozimisela ukwenza umahluko ebomini babantu. Simnqwenela impumelelo kuhambo lwakhe. Let's take a short break while I top up my coffee. When we come back, we take a look at what went down at the National Youth Conference held by Endless Hope Bible Church in Johannesburg. See you in a moment.
This is my identity. This is my identity.
Welcome back to i-Dentity, the show that celebrates the cultures, faith, and spiritual practices that make up our rainbow nation. I'm Viwe Kwala. Ecclesiastes 12 verse 1 in the Bible talks about remembering the Creator in the days of one's youth. It was with this in mind that Endless Hope Bible Church decided to put together an event to help provide spiritual guidance to the young people in their community. The i-Dentity team was there to capture what went down at their National Youth Conference. Take a look.
This is my identity.
My name is Prince Ngwenyane. I'm a young person. I'm a youth development worker in the city of Ekurhuleni. The conference is Endless Hope Bible Church National Youth Conference. It's a conference. The number one purpose is just to unite all the branches of the church. Number two is to unite all young people who are mostly unchurchy, to bring them to the church in a way that is appealing to them, that will get them to come to the church without compromising the gospel, because when they get here, we feed them the real gospel, but bringing them to come as they are. I'm young myself. I know very well that we think we are busy. We're not really busy. We are saying we are busy with schoolwork, with whatever we're doing. We're saying in your busy schedule, in the schedule that you think you are busy, but always remember your Creator. And that's what the scripture says. Meditate on this day and night. Meaning, even if you are driving to work, remember your Creator. Even if you are at school, remember your Creator. And it becomes a lifestyle. That's something that comes out inside of you. We don't have to preach to you.
I think a conference like this, the National Youth Conference, can bring the best out of young people, because I think it's a platform to make young people in church realize the importance of the needs of society and the challenges that are in society, because sometimes we get caught up in the church environment and forget that there's realities out there of unemployment, inequality, and young people in church must get involved. They must participate.
Personally, I believe that what can be done to teach the young people about God, it is whereby we've got maybe services or gatherings whereby people will be exposed as they live today. They don't just live, but it was God who created them. And so if we can have gatherings like the one that we had today at schools, wherever you get the young people, because the more you teach them about God is the more you cancel what fights against them, such as drug abuse, alcohol abuse. Once they know about God, they run away from the other part of it. So I believe if we had events like this and we teach them about God, definitely they will lose interest in other things.
The influence that church has to the people, to the minds of the young people, it's very vital and very key, because the influence is the influence of morals, principles, respect. That's the influence. And the only thing that we need to have is a balance, because the young people of today, they think the church is only about those things. It's only about being straight and all those things. But the morals and the principles that are taught in the church are meant for you to live out on a daily basis. So for me, church, it's like a school. It's a school of life whereby you need to learn how to live your life. You need to learn how to be an entrepreneur. You need to learn how to make money. All those principles, they come from church. So as young people, we need to view the church as that. So that's the role that is key, that is played by the church to all young people.
And futhi sukela from thina sisakhula according to encouragement esithola kuma pastors nama bishops athetha about iBible, about uNkulunkulu. That's what we get, and uthola ukuthi thina as a youth sikhula ngezo zinto eziloku sibangela ama laws wakho njengama 10 commandments la abhaliwe eBhayibhelini.
The role that God plays in a young person's life, it's assisting them or helping them to be grounded in their decisions and in their characters. Because when you're a young person, you get different advices which may divert your character. But if you are in God and if you are using the word of God to live according to your life, it will help you to be grounded in your life.
Spirituality is the core of our being. It's who we are. Everything else is evolved from spirituality. If I can talk about the 5 dimensions of life, I'd put spirituality at the core. Your physical being, your emotional being, your social being, zonke ziba healthy, ziba whole, only when your core, your spirituality is intact.
I personally believe you need to believe in something. You know, you can't just live because if you check out your life, you've got what I call emotional sphere, personal sphere, but you need to have a spiritual sphere whereby you believe in something. You need to believe because God can only do according to what you believe.
To young people out there who are roaming around the street with no hope, with no direction, I'm saying to you, my brother, my sister, because you are procrastinating your vision, you are procrastinating your destination. When a destiny that your creator has made for you, that destiny is there. I'm saying to you, the sooner you come to your creator, the sooner it will be that you will reach that destination, the sooner you will achieve those dreams, the sooner that hope will come back to you. So come back to the manufacturer, which is God.
This is my identity.
Sithula umnqwazi kumalunga we-Endless Hope Bible Church ngokunika intsha indawo ekhuselekileyo eyomoya. Sithemba ukuba nawe wakhekile. How are you using your talents to glorify the Creator? Let us know by sending an email to identitytvshow@gmail.com. You can also tweet us, send us a Facebook message, or tag us on Instagram. Simply search for Identity TV Show on all 3 platforms. It's time to take one more break, after which we bring you today's What's Happening segment as we take a look at what's making waves in cyberspace. See you in a moment.
This is my identity. This is my identity.
Welcome back to Identity right here on SABC 1 Mzansi for sure. If you've just joined us, here's what you missed. Champion for youth upliftment and empowerment, Snenhlanhla Mkhize got the show off to a great start. We then spent some time with the youth of Endless Hope Bible Church, learning how they are carrying out their spiritual mandate. Now it's time for today's media reviews. This is What's Happening. Do you enjoy spending time whipping up delectable treats in your kitchen, but are often thrown off by ingredients and measurements that require a bit of research to decipher? Well, worry no more. Today's app is a handy reference guide that you can add to your culinary tools. It's called Escoffier Cook's Companion. Named after the legendary French chef Auguste Escoffier, the Escoffier Cook's Companion app is a collection of tools designed to make cooking easier. The converter option gives you 4 metric and imperial conversion options, which are temperature, weight, liquids, and length. If you need to monitor your cooking as per a prescribed cooking time, the timer option will certainly come in handy. You can set an unlimited number of timers that will run in the background while you continue to use the other options offered by the app. If you have come across a recipe with an ingredient that you are not familiar with, all you have to do is search for it under the Ingredients tab. The app gives you a picture and an overview of the selected ingredient, its menu uses, quality signs, and purchase specifications. Click on the Equipment tab for a list of utensils and common kitchen tools. Here you will find the equipment's usage, occupational health and safety tips, as well as cleaning and storage guidelines. This app also includes a glossary of cooking terms with definitions. And for those unusual names, it even has an audio cue to help you with pronunciation. Whether you are a seasoned chef or are simply looking to polish up your culinary skills, the Escoffier Cook's Companion will certainly come in handy. With this app in hand, I think I might just start experimenting a bit more in my kitchen. On to our next review. Today's guest got us thinking about our overall health and wellness. So our next review is of a website that offers tools to help you make your life better and healthier. It's mindbodygreen.com. www.mindbodygreen.com is a website dedicated to helping you start living a holistic lifestyle by making wellness fun. The homepage features articles and videos that tackle a range of subjects. For a more specific selection, click on the tabs displayed at the top of the website. For recipes, nutrition and health tips, select the Eat tab. If you're looking to add some workout routines to your lifestyle for physical health, select the Move tab. For emotional or financial well-being and style and beauty tips, click on the Live tab. The website also helps you work on your spiritual health. Simply select the Breathe tab for guidance on meditation, stress and spirituality. Need help tackling certain relationship issues? Or perhaps you just want to prepare yourself for a future relationship? Then select the Love tab. The website gives you the option to share each article or video on some of the top social networking sites available. If you want daily wellness and inspiration news delivered to your inbox, simply sign up for the informative newsletter. Take a simple step towards better overall health by visiting www.mindbodygreen.com today. We've come to the end of yet another inspiration-packed episode of i-Dentity. Our aim is to bring you a weekly helping of the best in spiritual infotainment. So get in touch with us to let us know how the show is impacting you. Send an email to identitytvshow@gmail.com. You can also find us on social media. Search for i-Dentity TV Show on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Like our pages, and just like that, we're connected. Galomvulo ogqithileyo ibililanga le-United Nations International Day of Peace. Eli langa libhiyozwe ngokubonisa abo abasebenza kanzima ukuphelisa udushe nokuphakamisa uxolo. Njengoba sivala inyanga yomsintsi, masiqhubeke ngokuthandazela uxolo nsuku zonke. Today we play out with a track from a new voice on the gospel music scene. Here is Arnold Gelderbloem with the song called Forgive Us. From me, Viwa Gwala, and the i-Dentity team, have a blessed week ahead.